Hello, everybody. I decided to wait up for the Christ child's birthday. And I'm also waiting up for Santa Claus because, um, Christ created Santa Claus, right? And I'm also celebrating Jose Cuervo's birth. And yeah, this is some really, really good stuff. It's called Jose Cuervo Singe. God, that's a good name. Singe. And it's cinnamon flavored tequila. It's tequila infused with special flavors. And so it's not even, the night is still young, but I'm going to be sipping from Jose Cuervo and anticipating Santa's arrival. Because Santa, he's everything. He's the best man ever to be placed into existence. And, yeah. So, tomorrow, I'm going to create a video. And I've really got to scramble to create the video because before I left for New York, I created some of the content. But it's going to be my annual antinatalist Christmas tree. And I have a little bit of more work to do for it. So that's where I'm at for the Christmas tree. But I'll probably get it done before 3 p.m. And what else? For the upcoming New Year and upcoming video sessions, I do have a creation planned, and it's about consoling. So I'm not going to give it away, but the content is about the word console. So you can look forward to that video. And I highly recommend this particular concoction. And you can just sip it. You can drink it on ice. You can probably add a little almond milk. And, but it's so good. I mean, I just love anything spicy, and it just goes so well with tequila. So, it's at the tail end of 2019, and I can say that, I have very few regrets. I can live the past year and go to sleep at night. I wonder how other people can rest their heads with what they've dealt or what they've left behind. But I certainly feel really good about this past year, and regrets are few. And I also have an upcoming video on resolutions. So that video is being planned, and it should be a good one because the resolutions video is going to be subtle. And I don't believe in, these huge, strong resolutions like, I'm just going to lose 50 pounds and, I'm just change my life around. No, that doesn't work. So I'm giving tips for subtle improvements and renovations to your life. And I'm going to practice my own resolutions because I want to be more empathetic and to cause less harm. And one of the, I'll give you a little teaser about one of the ways that I'm going to really work hard to create, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. This thing, he is a real badass. He is a real badass cuss. Aren't you a real cuss? But anyway, so I'm just giving a little glimpse of my future video. But one of the resolutions I'm going to make is to try to ignore things and people that really bother me. And one particular thing that really bothers me is smokers. I hate smoke and I hate smokers. So I am going to try my very best to smile at them and march on and just forgive them because they did not ask for the addiction. And that's very hard for me because I was raised in a smoking household and I hated every minute of the smoke that was non-consentingly thrust in my face. But it probably does no good to show disapproval. And people who disapprove of my dogs, it is just disgusting. Of course, that's, an altogether different thing because dogs are pretty innocent and smoking is something that somebody did on purpose. But nevertheless, they probably regret their addiction. And I hate being thrust in the face with smoke and, dirty cigarettes and cigars and no more that I noticed it was in New York City and you see smokers and they go outside to smoke and they think it's okay, but no, because the smoke travels. Ideally, the smokers would go far away from humanity or they would smoke in their own cars, but they don't. So I'm guessing that their lives are kind of lonely, being out there smoking alone and comforting and catering to their addiction, because it is an addiction. And they have an addictive personality and I don't. So all I can offer them is forgiveness and patience. And so that is one of my New Year's resolutions. It's not all of them, but I'm going to try to elevate my empathy, because that's the only thing that I really stand for in entirety, as being empathetic. And that's why I promote antinatalism. because I and we don't want any soul on the planet to suffer. So, with knowing that smokers are number one, addicted, number one, lonely, number one, cast out from their jobs, their families for having the addiction, I plan on offering them a smile. Just walking by them and smiling. So what I have done in the past is to make faces. Yeah, so that's kind of mean. That's kind of fucked up. It's like, ugh. Yeah. You all know. Well, yeah. And you know what? That's not going to do one iota for their addiction. So I am going to bite the bullet and really, really work hard to be non-judgmental, because I could have been the addicted person. I'm not even addicted to coffee or tea or Coke or tequila. I like tequila, don't get me wrong. But I'm not addicted to anything. And that's probably due to my genetics and nothing else. So, smokers, I really, really wish you would quit. You're harming me. You're harming everything. Your families, your pets, the earth. But I know you can't quit. And I read a book once on smoking, and that it was as hard to quit as the heroin addiction. So I cannot imagine the withdrawal and the pain that you have. So it's insensitive of me to bash you for soothing yourself for an addiction that you never asked for. And shame on me for not being empathetic. Because that is a black spot. That is a black spot on me. So, I'm ashamed of hurting people who did smoke and who do smoke, because they didn't ask for existence. They didn't ask for an addictive personality any more than I asked for my personality flaws. So, I am going to work very hard to ignore smokers and to smile at them. I was raised in a smoking household, and I hated it. But I know you people who smoke, you either love it or you can't stop. So for all of the things that I want in my life, whether, it's chocolate or really good food or a sip of tequila or a brand new pair of shoes, nobody's judging me for that because it doesn't harm people. But it wasn't fair. All these years when I have mocked smokers, nobody asks for existence. Nobody asks for the harm that they suffer in life. So I hope all of you smokers accept my apology. And from this day forward, I'm going to try to be more tolerant. I'm going to try and smile at you when I pass you on the street and when you blow smoke at my face, or when you put your cigarette butt out and just leave it on the street for everybody to see and to pollute the environment. It does no good for me to get angry for the smokers, and it does no good for the smokers. So, as much as I want people to quit, my thoughts are not going to infuse other people's minds. So, all I can do is move on and not let the smoke, bother me so much that I hurt someone's feelings. Thank you for watching.